Big news coming out of the Big 12 yesterday. The conference is going to be mandating injury reports.
All right, Ben. This is a cat in the wall.
Okay.
This solves nothing.
Okay.
So, actually, I take that back. The only thing this does solve is the problem that Petros and the Fox crew had with Kyle Whittingham. This does solve that. Coaches have to come clean 3 hours before the game. But what it does not solve, Ben, is we'll see if he plays this week. We have no idea. We'll let you know if it's season ending. This doesn't solve any of that. You're just going to know that one player is not going to be playing 3 hours before the game. That's it. As opposed to 30 minutes.
It's not even that long. It's not even 3 hours.
It's not? I thought it was.
Our friends at Arizona Sports, our sister station, says for football, reports will be issued daily beginning 3 days before game day with a final update 90 minutes before kickoff. It's 90 minutes. Yeah.
So this solves nothing.
No, it doesn't. Witt's just going to hold his hand until 90 minutes before. Everyone's going to be questionable.
Cam Rising would have been still questionable the whole season.
Yeah.
But again, instead of blindsiding the TV crew,
yes,
when
that's what it
kickoff
is.
happens, you'll know 90 minutes before, which doesn't change anything.
Right. The difference is you think Cam's going to run out onto the field. And what was the game? And it was Batari. Who was it? Because it wasn't Isaac Wilson,
I think it
right?
was Bryson Barnes. We
It
were
was
talking about
Bryson
it yesterday.
Barnes. No, it was
against Washington State.
Yeah, it
You're
was
right,
Bryson
and they had
Barnes.
no idea, and they were totally unprepared. So you don't get that very last second Cam Rising's out there throwing the ball around in pregame, and then somebody nobody's heard of, which we've heard of Bryson Barnes, obviously, but they hadn't, walks onto the field. I guess you won't see that. But they don't necessarily, do they have to name a starter? They just have to update an injury report, right?
They just have to say if someone's going to play.
Or if they're available. You have to say they're going to play? What does that mean?
It's going to look similar to the
great point.
NFL's where it's, there's going to be probable, questionable, and I think doubtful.
Yeah. If you followed the NBA for the last 5 years, you know all those words mean nothing.
Walker Kessler was available every game last year. The Jazz rested him for a rest.
So this does not solve anything. But you know what it does do is it gives Brett Yormark and the conference commissioners the ability to go, would you guys get off my back?
Yeah.
I put in the injury report. What do you want? I mean, it's just a giant dodge.
And unfortunately, and I hate this, and I do think this is part of it, I think it has to do with gambling.
Well, if you're gambling on that, you're dumb.
But they are. The time I gain the most followers right now in social media, more than the draft, which I go really deep into all season long, is leading up to Vegas Summer League because I tweet out injury reports that the NBA doesn't. So the NBA, night to night or game to game on their website, has to put out the injury reports because teams have to do this. And all the gamblers just go to the NBA site to get the updated report, which comes out every hour on the 30, the bottom of every hour, all day going up to the games, every single day, so the gamblers can find it. Well, they don't do it for Summer League. But if the media wants to do it, we get sent a text and I'll report it and I'll put it out. I will gain 100 followers leading up to Summer League because the gamblers just want that information. And I get DMs about it over and over. So yes, that is purely what it's for. I promise you that's who it's for. Or that's who cares at the very least. They care more than anybody.
My point was not that they care. I understand that. Was that they don't have any new information. This is not giving them anything.
I would hope not, but I think they're looking for any edge they feel like is their advantage.
They do get it
well,
or not.
I don't care either.
That
I'm
makes
with
no
you.
difference to me. This will not satisfy that complaint. If that's what the complaint is somehow we have to fill in the gamblers. This will not do that. The only person this is good for are the Mouse and Fox's broadcast teams. That's basically it.
That's who it's really going to help.
It's not even good for the pregame show host.
No, that's who it's really going to help. You're right. Is the people actually in the booth who have 90 minutes to say, okay, it was this guy or this guy. I watched film
or
all
even
week. This is who it's
graphics
gonna be.
people or something like that. Yeah, they're loving it. But outside of those dozen people, it doesn't do anything for anyone. If you're making a bet 2 days before the game because the first injury report said this guy is probable, I wouldn't believe any of that.
Well, no, of course not. If you're doing it, no, you're talking about the bet 90 minutes before the game. When that final report comes out, those people will be happy. Now, does that mean I'm with you? Does it mean they're actually going to play?
Right. They might just be available.
I promise you, I knew games last year when the Jazz weren't going to play certain players that were listed as available. The gamblers didn't know.
Oh, it's how the Jazz reacted to getting fined.
Yeah.
That was their
Right.
Perry
Right.
was like, no, he's available.
Yeah. You could tell before the game if guys were or were not going to play based on what they were doing, regardless of what it said they were available. So I'm with you. It's a stupid way to bet on it. I wouldn't bet on sports, period, but that is who cares. Now, who is it actually going to help? It will help the broadcast team. Who cares? The gamblers.
I don't think it helps him.
And if you're just, it may not help them, but they do care.